Earlham women's soccer team won just one game in 2016. They're off to an 0-2 start this season, but they played two very good opponents in their first two contests in Ohio Wesleyan and Trine. And now they'll try to look for their first home win in the last 728 days. Today they take on the Racers of Macmurray College. Great to have you with us here as we get started for the afternoon contest that started out sunny this afternoon has turned into a cloudy and rather windy afternoon here at Earlham College. And this team they're playing here today, Macmurray, a 1-1 squad coming in. We'll talk more about them coming up on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show after their loss to Liberty Christian, or I should say Lincoln Christian, in their first game, and they lost to Milliken in their second contest. That is all coming up in just a couple of moments. Matlack Messer Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College. Great to have you with us. When we come back on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we will scout the Racers, and we'll talk about this Quaker team in just a few moments as well, right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Once again at Matlack Messer Field on the campus of Earlham College, we get set for the Earlham women's matchup here this afternoon. Busy weekend coming up. Of course, we'll talk more about that a little bit later. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, and this is a Macmurray College team that got off to a good start. They beat Lincoln Christian by a final 4-2. In fact, they outshot Lincoln 33-13 in that contest. Macmurray was led by Anaya Hernandez with a goal and an assist. Lindy Sicaro had 3 goals in that win, and Abigail Crockett picked up 2 goals in the win as well. But then they turned around and played a very good Milliken team. Milliken won that contest 9-0. In fact, the numbers were almost staggering against Macmurray in that loss. They were outshot 50-0 overall and 34-0 in shots on goal. Milliken also had 13 corners on the day, but I don't think I've ever seen a soccer match where they ended up getting outshot 50-0. So they will certainly look to rebound in this one here this afternoon. The individual leaders we mentioned, Lindy Sicaro, 3 goals and an assist and 7 shots on goal. Anaya Hernandez with a goal and assist to 4 shots on goal. And look for number 12, Aaron Detter today, an assist and 7 shots on goal in the first 2 games for the Racers. Sarah McGuire gets the start in goal, the senior out of Irving, Illinois, giving up 11 goals so far in the 2 matchups. That's 5.5 goals per contest. Her shot percentage against her is at .761 so far this season. When we come back on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, we'll talk about this Earlham women's team who's gotten off to a better start. They're 0-2, but again, they played much better in their first 2 games. We'll talk about that coming up next, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Mention the Quakers again are 0-2. I talked with their head coach before we started here this afternoon. They're better than they were a year ago at this time. They're playing 10 freshmen, losing to a very good Ohio Wesleyan team 2-0. They're outshot in that matchup 22-7. And then they ended up going to Trine. They lost that one 1-0. Trine is still undefeated so far. They did outshoot Trine 15-11 in that contest as well. So Quakers have played better, but again, they're looking at 10 freshmen getting significant starting time in their lineup so far. And, of course, we'll talk about the goalkeeper coming up here in a couple of minutes as well. She's played well through the first 2 contests. We'll come back, and we're just probably about 5 minutes away from getting started here this afternoon. We'll talk more about this one as the Quakers look for their first win of the 2017 season. We'll have all the action right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of the serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The dealership where I bought my car told me I needed new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back once again here at Matlack Messer Stadium as we get set for today's matchup. Quakers in their all-home whites, Macmurray, the Racers, in their dark tops and their red pants, and we're ready to get this one underway here this afternoon as Earlham again looking for their first win in the last 728 days, again on the home turf. So they'll try it again here this afternoon, and we'll give you the lineups as we go. Again, Macmurray will have Sarah McGuire in goal. McGuire, again, has given up an average of 5.5 goals per contest through the first 2 games, including all 9 given up in their last matchup just a couple of days ago. The Quakers will play it in their own zone, and again, here's how the Quakers line up. We'll see Sari Stacey in goal here this afternoon. She'll be joined with Erin Welsh, Magdalena Gallagher, Emma Hoffman back once again. Emma Hoffman, one of the veterans onto this Earlham team. Isabella Lopez back once again. Lopez got all kinds of playing time a year ago. Lydia Harvey. Also, Chloe Lamenzo gets the start. Jennifer Doye will start today. Jordan Blackburn, Emma Lady back out of Richmond High School, and then Haley Beal will also start. We'll talk more about the Quakers as we go throughout the day. Quakers working once again against Macmurray. As the Quakers move left to right, just outside the box, the keeper coming out, that is McGuire, who will make the stop right at the top of the box, and it will be a kick here for the Racers as they'll put it back into play. We mentioned McGuire is in goal for Macmurray. Elias Stewart starting. Maggie Doss will also get the start today. Alicia Mason will start. Aaron Detter. Mindy Sakaro. Sakaro we mentioned in the pregame, one of the leaders on this team. Brittany Rowland wearing number 19. Abigail Youngblood number 20. Emily Colo, Anai Hernandez, and Marissa Carpenter. Carpenter wearing number 26. She will be the lone change number-wise so far for Macmurray here this afternoon. Just underway. We had sunshine earlier. Clouds have moved in. We will have a corner for the first time. Quakers will have their first corner. This is going to be for the Quakers on the corner, Chloe Lamenzo out of Yelm, Washington. And you see the Quakers work it again back to the near side, just outside the box. We'll see if the Quakers can get a look right here. Here's our first opportunity from the right side, just in front, and that one is wide off the left foot. That was Emma Lady, the sophomore out of Richmond, who nearly made it a 1-0 contest here in the first half. As McGuire clears that one all the way to midfield and beyond, but there's Earlham waiting to go back on the counterattack. This is Hoffman to the near sideline. Aaron Welsh, one of the 10 freshmen out of Sellersburg, Indiana. And here's Earlham with Blackburn at midfield. It'll be Beal once again. Quakers take command right there. That's Emma Lady once again. I'm going to take that back. That's actually going to be Lamenzo there for the Quakers. We'll go back to midfield. Here's Sakaro. Sakaro looking for the counterattack as the ball will be available now to Stacey for the Quakers, and Earlham will go back on the counter once again. Earlham, 2 shutouts so far this season, but again, they played 2 very good teams in Ohio Wesleyan and Trine, a 2-0 and 1-0 defeat in both of those games. Quakers back to midfield. There's Lopez. This one will go out of bounds now on the near side. It will be a throw in here for McMurray. That is Brittany Rowland, who will put it in play on the throw in. Well, McMurray, as we said, they ended up losing their last contest. The numbers were just almost unbelievable how bad they were beaten in their contest, especially when you consider it was only 9-0 and they were outshot 50-0 and 34 shots on goal. And losing to a very good Milliken team. Another throw in here to the near side for McMurray. Aaron Welsh at midfield. That'll be kicked out of bounds by Carpenter. And you see the Quakers here to the near side. Of course, everything changed here. And Brian did the first couple of games here at the brand new Matlack Messer Stadium. So everything we see now will be on the opposite side of what we had been used to for the last several years. And for the first time, a press box, dressing room area, very nice facility here at Earlham College as the Quakers outside the box, looking to go on the attack once again. Will work it near the sideline and defended well by the Racers and knocked out of bounds there by Alyssa Mason. So Quakers have a throw-in. Coming up on the 39-minute mark here in the first half. Will the Quakers have another chance right here? Hit wide. In fact, that one went a little bit long as well. Good attempt there by Jordan Blackburn for Earlham as she hit that one a little high just in front of the keeper, McGuire. This will be Maggie Doss who will now put it in play for the Racers. So the Quakers have put the early pressure on McMurray here in the first half. Hoffman dumps it back behind. Quakers work it now to the near side. And this will be Welsh. A little give and go that time to Lopez, but a little bit far there on the pass back to Welsh as it goes out of bounds. Ball on a throw-in near side. That's Sakaro. The Quakers know they'll have to keep an eye on Sakaro today. And here's Hoffman, and we've got a whistle, and that'll go against the Racers. Quakers will have a kick right here from the spot of the foul. This is Hoffman. Good kick by Hoffman. That'll find Beal. And back to midfield. Here come the Quakers once again. Inside the box. Another opportunity for the Quakers. And that one, Blackburn got just a little bit high on the ball as McGuire able to scoop that one up. And another opportunity, scoring opportunity for the Quakers here in the first half. And we've mentioned in previous years, boy, you have many opportunities. You're going to get one eventually, and I think the Quakers feel pretty good about their offensive attack so far here in the first half. Colo will send it to the far side. And now Macmurray trying to go on the counter themselves. That's a good look at Mason. Back to midfield. Quakers come up with it. Here's Beal looking ahead as always. Blackburn a little bit behind on the pass, and Macmurray able to take it away. So the Quakers right there. Here's Emma Lady. Back once again to Blackburn, and the Quakers being patient with it offensively. They'll bring it back out. That's Lopez. Looking back once again to the box. Here come the Quakers again, and this time almost another opportunity as Beal just to the left of McGuire. McGuire able to reach out and able to stop that one. So now the kick by McGuire. Here's Mason. Mason unable to control it. Quakers there defensively once again. So far, McMurray unable to establish any offensive attack to this point. Quakers, good job on their spacing. They'll get it in the box, and they may have been offsides right there. Looked like it might have been Clemenzo who was offsides for the Quakers.
What's up, guys?
Just over the 36-minute mark remaining here in the first half.
How you doing?
There's Sakara once again. Very physical players you saw right there. She took Hoffman to the pitch, and Sakara is a bigger player that the Quakers will have to deal with here this afternoon. Quakers come up with the ball once again. Good steal at midfield. Earlham works it to the far sideline, and the ball goes out of bounds. Jennifer Doye there for the Quakers, and the Racers able to knock that one out of bounds, give their defense a chance to recover, and they'll do it again. That is Mason. Of course, we have a veteran statistician joining us again this year. Min is back. Always good to have Min back. Hopefully he will keep us more informed on the stats than he has in recent years. Brian wasn't happy with your performance the other day, but says you'll learn one of these times. Here's Sakaro. Harvey there knocks Sakaro to the turf, and McMurray gets it into the attacking third, but the Quakers quickly back on defense. Here comes Earlham once again. Here's Welsh. Welsh looks ahead. Once again, here's Blackburn. Blackburn works it back to Beal. And we'll get a look at Welsh. There's a left foot shot just over the top of the bar. Too, another good look by Lamonzo. Lamonzo, the freshman out of Yelm, Washington, nearly made it 1-0 again. Boy, you really see the Quakers putting pressure on this Macmurray defense. Macmurray, by the way, very short on their bench. I think they only have 2 players available here today. And their defense will have to play much better here this afternoon against the Quakers. So now McMurray looking for an opening to the far side. Here's Mason. Emma Lady there defensively will get help there from Clemenzo. Quakers able to keep it in the McMurray zone as that ball to the far side again as Hernandez there for McMurray goes out of bounds, and a throw in now for the Quakers. Here's Earlham once again back on the attack. Here's Beal looking to the middle of the field to Lamonzo. And here's Lopez. Lopez near side. Here's Welsh in the box. Welsh, will she get a good look? And that pass just out of the reach, and then it goes in. Let's see if they get the goal to. We're going to give Emma Lady the goal, so Lady will score the goal at 32-57. So the Quakers will get on the board first and lead this one 1-0. You knew eventually was going to happen. And Emma Lady will score the Quakers' first goal of the 2017 season. Well, the Quakers just very aggressive. Once they get it, they go on the attack, and they're back on the attack once again. Beal to midfield, lifting this one high. Coming out will be McGuire. And McGuire will stop that attack, though good pressure put on by Lomenzo.
19, Emma Lady. Assist number 2, Aaron Welsh.
Aaron Welsh, you heard right there, will get the assist. First assist of the 2017 season. The Quakers get their first lead of this brand new year. 3 matches in, but they've looked pretty good so far. Here's Lopez. Here is Beal. Again, everybody with their head up, eyes up. His Lady will work that one down the left sideline. Looks back to the middle. Pass intended for Beal. And all Macmurray can do is get it out of play so they can reset their defense. That was Maggie Doss there for the Racers. This one hit well, but from deep, and nothing there for the Quakers. So Macmurray once again will receive and take over offensively.
Win it!
Ball comes to the near side. This is a tough crowd here. Tough crowd. Boy, you don't get that goal on right away, they come after you. Ball knocked out of bounds as Beal throw in here to the near side. And I'm not talking about the fans down there, I'm talking about the fans in the press box. Guys are brutal. Here's Lopez. Lopez looks to attack back to the middle. Quakers again putting all kinds of pressure on this McMurray defense. There's Sakara once again, wants to play physical and does so. She took that ball away from Magdalena Gallagher, a freshman out of St. Paul, Minnesota, who's checked in now for the Quakers. We talked about Sakara in the pregame. Here's Lady once again. Emma back to the middle. Here's Beal. Beal in the box, and this one just wide to the right. As the Quakers, again, another shot on goal here in the first half.
Keep trying!
Quakers, the way they're playing this one in the first half, they could really put this thing away early. McMurray unable to get back and play, at least give any good help defensively for Sarah McGuire. She's going to let back there all by herself as the Racers will put this one in play. There's a header put on by Lomenzo, and the Quakers again right there at midfield to play good defense and retake the possession. 1-0 Quakers here with just under 30 minutes to play in the first half. We're at Matlack Messer Stadium, and we'll talk a little bit about the schedule coming up here for the women very soon. And there's goal number 2. Blackburn, I believe it's going to be Jordan Blackburn getting the goal. Boyer with the assist. So it's Blackburn with the second goal for the Quakers, and they're off to a good start, 2-0 here this afternoon.
That own goal scored by number 17, the first of her career, Jordan Blackburn. Assist number 16, Jennifer Boyer.
Boyer will get the assist as, boy, look at Sakara once again. She and Magdalena Gallagher really mixing things up at midfield, and that time it was Sakara who went to the turf a little bit harder, and she looked at the official and didn't get anything there. Here's Sakara in the box, centering pass, and knocked away. Good defense by the Quakers. That was Aaron Welsh who got back in time to stop that centering pass and any scoring opportunity for McMurray. Reminder, today's game brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors. just $3.50. Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, the oven roasted chicken. And Wednesday, the turkey breast. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway. Eat fresh. First corner of the day for Macmurray is unsuccessful, but Macmurray will keep it in the box here as that one quickly knocked out as the Quakers defense comes up big again. That was Blackburn there for the Quakers. Boy, physical play just outside the box, and once again the Quakers able to take over. That might have been Sakaro again who went down. She is probably felt like she's been beaten up here in the first half. She went down earlier going one-on-one with Gallagher. Here's Welsh. Quakers in the attacking third once again. They'll center this one. Look ahead. Here is Emma Lady, but I believe they're offsides again. Second offsides penalty against the Quakers here in the first half. So Macmurray will take over once again, down 2-0 here in the first half of play. And you have to like what you see, the freshmen that have come into this Earlham program, and they played well early here in the first half. Sorry, Stacey in goal, as we had mentioned. Sorry in the first 2 matchups, giving up the 3 goals. She's had 13 saves. Her save percentage is at .813 through the first 2 matchups. But so far today, the Earlham defense has protected her well and has not had a shot on goal yet, as we have a whistle. Stoppage of play. We'll have a substitution now for Macmurray. We'll see Laura Dudley come in. Dudley is a junior out of Taylorville, Illinois. Coming out of the lineup will be Stewart. So Elias Stewart will sit down, just a sophomore defenseman. So the Quakers again playing it at midfield as they continue to battle for the ball. And here's Emma Lady. Boy, Lady's played well in the first half. Got the first goal. Lady back to midfield. Quakers keep their head up and eyes up. And here once again in the box. Look out, a one-on-one opportunity there again for Chloe Lamenzo. And that one picked up in midair by McGuire. Way too many opportunities here when you talk about at least a one-on-one or two-on-one opportunity for Earlham. Macmurray's defenders are not getting back at all. They've been outscored now in their last 2 matchups, 11-0, and the shots on goal and the shots overall are going to be lopsided again here in the first half against the Racers. Quakers again able to take over in midfield. Once again in the attacking third. Ball in the box here for Lamenzo. Lifted high, top of the box, and the attempted header by Beal. She comes up empty there, and the Quakers again will peel back defensively. As the ball loose, and Earlham gets another takeaway.
Let's go, White!
Here's Beal.
Let's go, EC!
A little spacing needed right here. She had Emma Lady to her left, and we have a another offsides penalty against the Quakers. A Lady was right next to her and probably needed to get away a little bit further in the spacing on that left side, unable to do so, and the Racers will have a kick. That'll put the ball back into play as we're down to the 24-46 mark here in the first half. And again, the Quakers lead this one 2-0. It's a handball there at midfield. That's going to be Sakaro against Sakaro for Macmurray. And right now, Sakaro's about the only offensive weapon we have seen. Hernandez, we mentioned in the pregame, had a fairly decent game in game 1, but it's Sakaro who's the most aggressive player now for Macmurray. Here's Harvey now for the Quakers. That'll stop play, and Macmurray will take over once again. Well, this game has been definitely played on the side of Macmurray. The Quakers have been very good offensively so far here today. All back to midfield. There's Hoppin for the Quakers. Blackburn, nice move on the sideline as she took it right by the defender. Quakers back on the attack once again. And the ball taken away there by Colo. We can tell right now, even the first half, Quakers had more speed than McMurray. And they have used that to their advantage here this afternoon with that 2-0 lead. But they've been beating McMurray to the ball and going around their defenders. That was Rowland, who was just soundly beaten that time by Beal. Beal looking to put this ball in the air, does so. It goes a little bit long. And still the Quakers able to keep it in the McMurray zone. Quakers look for another one, but that one lightly hit that time by Blackburn right into the awaiting arms of McGuire. You've seen numerous times. The last one beat, that was Dudley here to the near side by the Quakers. Dudley just standing in her tracks. Earlham went right on by her, and that's been, again, maybe the biggest difference we have seen so far here in the first half. Quakers again on the attack. Ball comes near side. Here's Welsh. Welsh all by herself gets a good look and a nice pass as that ball knocked away out above the box. And the Quakers unable to get an attempt this time. Here's Hernandez. Well, I would imagine, too, by the end of this one, again, only 2 players coming off the bench for McMurray. I think they had 19 on the roster, traveled only 12 here today. And they could be gassed by the time this one is over with. Another centering pass in the box, knocked away. There's Colo again defensively for McMurray, but Quakers able to take it away again at midfield. Here's Harvey, one of your captains now for the Quakers. Looking left side. Quakers try to get it back to the middle. And fighting for that loose ball in the box and diving for it will be McGuire. That was Lomenzo again. And Earlham will peel back at the 21-30 mark here in the first half. 2 other matchups going on in the HCAC this afternoon. Rose is at Washington, Missouri, and Trine is at Anderson. Light schedule in women's soccer here this afternoon. Quakers back to the far sideline as Doyer there for Earlham, unable to keep possession, and we haven't seen an attack or a counterattack from McMurray in a while. This time it'll be Mason. Mason stops, looks for some help. Mason will be tripped. Good tackle that time by Doyer. No whistle there. That was good soccer. Here's Emma Lady. Back to midfield. Lady will have 2 on her right. One of those is Beal. That is Beal. Beal looking ahead now to Blackburn. Blackburn in the box takes a shot. That'll go wide to the left. Couple of subs coming in now for one for the Quakers. That'll be number 7. Samantha Zindrowski will come in. She's out of Crown Point, Indiana. And it looks like we have number 23 coming in for McMurray.
22, put 22 on the field. Put 22 on the field.
And Sweeney wearing number 23 for McMurray. Good pass near side. Here's Welsh. Welsh again goes right by the defense. Centering pass, and that one not hit well, as Beal didn't get a clean kick on that one. Well, we have seen time and time again the last defender beaten. That was Dudley again on the near side. And the Quakers again able to take the ball away at midfield. They played on the right side. Here's Blackburn. What a nice move by the defender. Dudley again. Centering ball is going to be knocked high in the air. Back once again. This one lifted. The header attempt and the ball loose. Picked up there by McGuire. That was Lomenzo again. I'll tell you what, that's a great move by Jordan Blackburn. Left Dudley standing in her tracks here on the near side. Dudley's been beaten 3 times soundly. on the right side of the right side of the Earlham offense. Ball battled for deep. Lomenzo against Youngblood. Quakers again able to get it in the box. That'll go wide left on the shot. And again, McMurray, looks like we may have a corner here for the Quakers, and we will. 18 and change to go in the first half. 2-0 Quakers. On the corner for Earlham will be Lomenzo. Good kick by Lomenzo. The header attempt by Blackburn comes up a little bit short, but the Quakers able to keep it once again just outside the box. Lomenzo with another shot, and McGuire able to stop that one. So another shot attempt by the Quakers, a little bit short, but again, the pressure put back on that McMurray defense, and McGuire in goal. That will go against number 18. That is Sakaro again. Imagine some of that, a little bit out of frustration for Sakaro. She has played a very physical first half, and now going up against a Gallagher who is not backed down from her here in this first half of play. Quakers again. Another opportunity as they're in the attacking third, in the right, put off the upright to the left, and that was another good attempt by Blackburn. And that one just off the bar to the left. So close to making this one a 3-0 contest. You just feel eventually Quakers are going to get another one before the end of the first half and really put it to this McMurray team here this afternoon. Here they come again. This one, the long shot, no good on the attempt, but a good look there. I believe that was Emma Lady. McGuire able to snatch that one again in midair, and we'll put it back into play. Halftime as always, run down the first half stats and give you a quick look at what happened in the first half. Quakers again, midfield takeaway. Here's Welsh. And again, going by a defender. Just a matter of quickness right now. And it's all Earlham in this first half. I'm not sure McMurray will be able to adjust to that. If you don't have the quickness, there's not a whole lot you can do to get it in a half of play. And it's been dominated so far by the Quakers. Here's Lomenzo. She's played well here in the first half. Centering pass, and a good one it was. Quakers unable to control it there, but now this high shot on the attempt. That was Sindrowski there for the Quakers. And we'll see Emma Lady come out of the lineup. Yana Miller coming in. Another freshman forward, played at Lake Ridge Academy over in Ohio. So again, McMurray will put it into play, and Earlham giving nothing there for McMurray to work with. Here's Lomenzo. Lomenzo starts to make that move and then went back to the outside, drew the double team. Quakers keep possession. Ball inside the box, and here's another shot, and picked up there by McGuire. Boy, right in the match here today is Miller, and gets that first attempt of the match. Boy, McMurray just again unable to do anything with it offensively. They'll get it to midfield. That's probably been the case about 85-90% of the time, and the Quakers there to take the ball away. Ball goes out of bounds down the far side, and that's where the Quakers will have a throw-in. Quakers look like they may go back to their bench once again. There's Sakaro getting a push from behind, but no whistle. They'll let Sakaro play through, and Sakaro really starting to get more physical than ever here today, and the Quakers double teamer. Head coach Chad Harden was holding up his hands wanting some kind of a foul call there against Sicaro, but there was no whistle. Quakers able to get another takeaway. Here's Beal lifting that one intended for Blackburn. And Macmurray able to get a rare takeaway here in the first half. Ball will be kicked into the Earlham zone from midfield, and Earlham right there to run it down. Here's Hoffman to the near side. That is Colo there for Macmurray in a very rare attempt in the attacking third against the Quakers, but Hoffman there to take it away. Good play again by Hoffman. Here's Harvey. Harvey on the dribble up to the near sideline, looks back to the middle, got it by the defender Rowland, and a nice give and go. Boy, Quakers played that well. Quakers back to the attack, to the middle. Can they get something right here? In the box, and McGuire comes out and makes the stop against Lomenzo. Now, McGuire, you're down 2-0. What do you have to lose here? Get out there and make the stop before the ball comes to you, and Sarah McGuire did a nice job on the stop there for McMurray. But again, the Quakers able to go back on the offensive possession. If you're thinking this in terms of, let's say, American football, you think in time of possession, Quakers have probably had it out of the, 30-some minutes we have played. They probably had it a good 28. There's a whistle. Official stopping play. This will go against the Quakers. Quakers will be back in action coming up on Saturday. I won't be here. Brian Cox will be back on Saturday for the men's and women's doubleheader. St. Mary of the Woods will be our first matchup at 1 o'clock. Boy, McGuire way outside the goal. She goes down hard. They will stop play right there with 11:21 to go, and they're going to check out. McGuire makes she is okay. We're going to take a timeout as well. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Quakers on top of this one, 2-0.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Well, it looks like McGuire's okay. They at first thought maybe she was going to leave the contest, but she has now gone back into goal for McMurray, so the Racers will keep their top goaltender in. Boy, they're going to need her the rest of the way the Quakers have been playing this one. And we are now at the 11-minute mark here in the first half. Throw in here for Aaron Welsh. Mentioned the Quakers back Saturday. They will travel to Wilmington September 13th. We'll have them back here September 16th. Their schedule gets pretty tough, though. They have a September 23rd match against Marietta. And then they go on the road from September 26th, and they will not be back until October 21st. That is one long stretch of road contest for this Earlham soccer team. And that'll be interesting to see. By the way, one change here for the Quakers as senior Kelsey Moore has checked into the lineup for the Quakers. We're talking about 7 straight road matches for Earlham. That'll test those freshmen, as you're talking about, from September 26th through October 18th, and several of those are conference games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those are conference matchups. Quakers back on the attack once again, cleared to the far side, but not far enough. Off the right leg of Laura Dudley, as the Quakers again will play it from behind and look to attack once again. Boy, too, Emma Hoppin's been busy, the defenseman for the Quakers. Really getting that counterattack going. Zendrowski there for the Quakers, and again the ball down the right sideline. Here's Welsh looking for a teammate in the middle, and that one hit high in the air and goes off the fingertips and in as the goal is scored. And the goal will be scored by, I think it's Jana Miller. And Aaron Welsh will get the assist. So after being shut out in their first 2 contests, the Quakers have come back now with 3 goals here today. And that one just over the 9-minute mark.
15, Jana Miller. Assist number 2, Aaron Welsh.
So 3-0 Quakers. Doss trying to protect the ball, keeping it away from, looks like Abby Smith has come in, another senior for the Quakers out of Mount Vernon, Ohio. And right now the Quakers in good shape here in the first half to snap a 728-day winless streak here at home. Quakers again back on the attack. They're trying to add at least one more. Nice pass to the inside. Left foot kick no good there by Beal. Well, let me tell you what, set up well here on the near side. Boy, whether it's Beal or Lamenzo or Welsh, this team is a very good passing team. We have seen that now here in the first half. You can see why they played so well against Ohio Wesleyan and Trine. Not just the quickness, but the passing abilities. That one is kicked wide right. That is Sakaro there, who slowly comes up off the pitch, and she's been a little frustrated here today, and you saw her physical play early in this one. Quakers will make a substitution, as we'll see Zarmina Khan come in, a freshman out of Silver Spring, Maryland. Quakers able to go very deep here in the first half off their bench. Some valuable playing time to establish some depth for games later in the season, as that one goes out of bounds on the far side. Pass attempted for Gallagher. Both the men and women will be here Saturday. We'll have a doubleheader. The women will play at 1, the men at around 3:30. And, of course, we'll be busy with field hockey coming up on Saturday morning, and then volleyball later on Saturday afternoon. Throwing on the far side here by Macmurray. Just under the 7-minute mark in the first half. Ball in the box, and the Quakers defensively get it out of there. That's going to be Harvey putting a left foot into it. Here is Lamenzo again. Boy, Lamenzo, good dribbling. Went right by the defender again. Looking ahead. Pass was intended for Miller. Ball played at the midfield circle. Quakers again will get it to Welsh. Welsh able to take her time as she is able to survey what's available. Good job in the spreading of that offense here for the Quakers. A little attempted give and go, and the ball eventually will come out of bounds here to the near side. Quakers had, 4 players right around the top of the box. It looks like we will stop the clock now. We're going to stop it. We'll put it at 6 minutes here. And looks like we may have an injury timeout here. That's Sakaro. He was slow to get up. He was trailing the play for that entire last series, nowhere even close to where she was supposed to be. So they checked her out to make sure she is okay, and we're back underway here in the first half. Here's Welsh again. And good patience here by the Quakers. Nothing there, so they didn't hurry it, so they'll work it again. Work that little triangle here to the near side. And again, we'll kick it back out front, reset it. Again, good patience by this Earlham offense. And you're able to do this right now. Macmurray chasing a lot, not really able to defend the way they want to. Again, we just go back to that quickness factor. Here's a good look at Welsh once again. Welsh with the right foot and knocked away at the last moment. That was Carpenter who ended up getting a foot on it right in front of McGuire. Able to knock that one out of play. Ball will be put back into play. That'll go against the Quakers. As again, we come up on the 4-minute mark here in the first half. The Earlham has got a contribution offensively from several different players. And again, we'll run down those numbers at halftime. There's Hoffman, able to stop the attack once again. Here's Lomenzo. Lomenzo looking ahead. Here's a shot attempt, and that'll be knocked away. Good defense there for the lead. In fact, at the last moment by Emily Colo. Boy, Miller playing in the middle of that field there for the Quakers. She has got a couple of good looks as well. We'll have a corner now for the Quakers, and that'll be Lomenzo who will put it in play. Well, now Lomenzo's going to change, and they're going to bring in Sindrowski. Well, Sindrowski's just going to bring it in herself, and that one in the attempt on the header, no good by Gallagher. So what they did, they tipped it in, or at least attempted to bring it in just off the corner, and then caught Macmurray by surprise when Sindrowski came over and put it in play herself. And the Quakers got a pretty good look that time as Gallagher on the head attempt, unable to come up with the fourth goal in the first half. So now Macmurray will go back on the attack. But Sakaro, who's been slowed by that injury here in the later stages of the first half, unable to get the offense going again as the Quakers will go back on the counterattack. Here is Moore. Moore able to run that one down on the far side. Let's see if she can also get by another defender. Puts her right leg into it, and here's McGuire able to scoop that one off one hop. Now, if you're McMurray right now, racers don't want to give up anything else here and try to get into the locker room down 3-0 in the first half. I think they got Sakaro again. Official talking with Sakaro there to tell her maybe to lighten up a little bit. She's been playing a physical first half. And again, a little bit of frustration, I would imagine, too, as you're down 3-0 and Quakers haven't backed away from her yet. One of the players that has been on her all day long is Gallagher, the freshman defenseman. As again, McMurray able to stop that one in the box, and they're going to try to clear it out of there as quickly as they can, as that one will go to the awaiting Gallagher. Back again to midfield, just outside the midfield circle. Quakers in the attacking third now. Pass attempt, Welsh. Welsh will keep her head up, lifts this one high in the air off the right foot, and now this one the left foot, no good. That was Lomenzo on the second attempt, and it was Yana Miller on the first attempt. Earlham had two very good looks right there, and that all came off of Aaron Welsh on the right side. And just over a minute remaining now here in the first half of play.
Let's go, White, get one more.
Quakers get the stop again. Ball comes to the near side. Here's Lomenzo.
1 minute remaining in the first half.
Lomenzo down to the end line. Can she keep it in play? Does not. So go back over again to Macmurray. And you just heard the announcement of 1 minute to go here in the first half. All Quakers looking for their first win of the year. There's still another 45 minutes to be played. That is Doss who puts it in play, but could not clear it far enough as Miller lightly taps that one. Yana Miller didn't get a good kick on this near side. And we're down to our final 20 seconds remaining in the first half.
Ten, 9,
and you'll hear
8,
the countdown.
7,
Quakers may get
6,
one more look
5,
as that
4,
one off the right
3,
foot of
2,
Yana Miller,
1.
and we have now made it to halftime. All Quakers here in the first half, as Earlham leading this one 3-0. We will come back in just a couple of moments and give you those first half numbers. And again on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it's Quakers 3, Racers nothing. This is Earlham Women's Soccer and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home and you need advice on financing. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski from Radio Troy Digital Sports. You know what, staying in shape isn't always the easiest thing to do. So to help assist me, I work out in just one place. That's Family Fitness. I can do everything from lifting, body pump, kick fit, body flow, kettlebell, Zumba, CrossFit, and more. So if you're looking for a great way to stay or get into shape, check out Family Fitness Works in Richmond. Give them a call at 935-9191 or go to their website, familyfitnessworks.com.
Back once again here at Matlack Messer Stadium, 3-0 here at halftime, and we'll get to the numbers here in a couple of moments, and they will be very lopsided as Macmurray looking for their second straight contest in which they've been outshot by some pretty huge numbers, so stay tuned for that. Today's match being brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school, group, or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on that transaction to the school, group, or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give him a call at 969-3400. So here's how the numbers went. Let's go team shots and all those numbers first. Earlham outshot Macmurray 26-0. They're on pace right now to go 52-0. And if you look back at Macmurray in their last contest, as we mentioned, they were outshot in their last game by Milliken 50-0. As for the shots on goal, they don't list that here on the statistics that I can see, at least right at the moment. Just the shots, 26-0. So they're now on the verge of seeing in two straight games they could be over 100-0 in shots in the first half. From the corner kicks, Earlham had 4, Macmurray had 1. Macmurray had 4 fouls, Earlham 1. And in the saves in the first half, Macmurray 12, Earlham no saves. When you look at the shots, how about Chloe Lamenzo, 6 shots in that first half. Also, Jordan Blackburn had 6 shots, and Yanni Miller had 6 shots. So well spread out in the shot department. Emma Lady had 3. Haley Beal also with 3 in that first half. You got Jordan Blackburn, Emma Lady, and Yana Miller each with goals. And Aaron Welsh had 2 assists in the first half. And Jennifer Doyer ends up with 1 assist in the first half as well. Emma Lady got the scoring started at the 12:01 mark. Aaron Welsh got the assist. And then it was Jordan Blackburn at 15:28 for the Quakers. And then Yana Miller got the final goal at the 34:09 mark. It was a cross from the right wing. They ended up going into the net. So there you have it in the first half. Just a classic case of domination in the first half by the Quakers. Today's matchup being brought to you in part by Richmond area Subways. And each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. With it being Thursday, it's the Italian BMT. Friday, the tuna. Saturday, the Black Forest ham. And Sunday, the meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. We'd mentioned we'll be back here on Saturday. We have a men's and women's doubleheader. Earlham will play St. Mary of the Woods at 1. The men will play at around 3:30. And also Saturday, a busy day for the Earlham field hockey team. They'll try to rebound after their loss yesterday as they lose to Wittenberg by a final of 9-1. So we'll have their matchup coming up against Sewanee on Saturday at 11. And then, of course, the Earlham volleyball team off to their best start in a long time. They're 3-1. They'll have the Quaker Classic coming up this weekend. Love all three matches for the Quakers right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports, beginning again on Saturday, and then one matchup coming up on Sunday. We will be back with the second half here at Matlack Messer Stadium as the Quakers lead this one 3-0 at halftime on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023. Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
We are gearing up for the second half. Welcome back to Matlack Messer Stadium. You see the scoreboard right there, 3-0 in the first half of play. We mentioned the Quakers. Here's their schedule coming up over the next few days. St. Mary of the Woods coming up on Saturday. That's a 1 o'clock start time. If you're planning on going to Wilmington on September 13th, that is a 7 o'clock start, so a night contest at Wilmington, and then we'll be back here September 16th against Berea beginning at 4. They'll go to Muskegum coming up on September 20th. That's a 5 o'clock start time, and then our final home contest for quite a stretch will be on September 23rd against Marietta. That, too, will be a 4 o'clock start time. You will be able to see that matchup right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. So both teams are set to get back out, ready to go here in the second half of play. Sarah Stacey so far, or I should say, sorry, Stacey so far has not been challenged in this first half thanks to that Earlham offense. They've been doing a great job putting all that pressure again on Macmurray. Now we'll see what adjustments will be made by the Racers here in the second half. See if both teams will come out with their starters. Of course, Sakaro for Macmurray just has not been able to get untracked here today. See if McGuire stays in goal. Looks like that might be the case. That is McGuire going back. Now we'll have the sunshine coming right at us, so it might be kind of hard to see a little bit of the action here in the second half. The press box facing toward the west. We've been, over the years, no press box and facing toward the east. We are underway now here in the second half. See if the Quakers keep doing what they did in the first half. A little miscommunication there. Blackburn looking back toward the middle to Emma Lady. Looks like again all the starters are back in. Stacey, Welsh, Gallagher, Hoffman, Lopez, Harvey, Lamenzo. As that one coming up short as Emma Lady just outside the goalie box. Doyer's back in. Blackburn again, Lady, and Beal. And there again, boy, I tell you what, it's kind of fun to watch Sakaro mixing things up. One change there for the Quakers. Gallagher will get the start in the second half. She has had Sakaro's number here this afternoon. Sakaro hasn't been able to get away from her all afternoon. Kick there by Maggie Doss. Quakers able to regain the possession, and they'll work it, try to at least work it to that right side. There's Lopez able to regain possession, and the Quakers play that triangle just outside the box once again. They're going to try to go to that far sideline. They've had a lot of success attacking from right to left. And again, they'll dribble up the right sideline. And the ball cleared back once again to midfield. There's Lopez. And Macmurray, their head coach, had them in their halftime huddle a long time, talking with them as they've been. You go back again to the matchup against Milliken. You're talking about being outshot 76-0 in 3 halves of soccer, as that one is shot wide to the right. Now that might be considered a shot on goal there, as that was hit wide to the right. That's probably their best look of the day. That was Alicia Mason, but she comes up limping after putting her right leg into that one. She's now a little banged up. So now the Quakers take over once again. Here's the thing about you're up 3-0. You played so well in that first half, and now you're hopefully going to keep that same energy and momentum going in the second half. Here's Harvey, who will put it into play now for the Quakers. That's always the key, and sometimes coaches hate to go into the locker room, especially if you're playing as well as the Quakers were in the first half, and you just kind of feel that momentum might go away a little bit. So we'll see if the Quakers can regain their energy. Boyer here to the near side. Lead pass intended for Lady, just under her foot. Here's Lomenzo leading ahead now to Beal, and Beal can't get to it in time, but it'll stay with the Quakers. Ball brought back outside. Here's a good look at Lomenzo again. Good footwork as Lomenzo uses that left foot. Here's Beal, and that'll go past the end line. Quakers got it inside the box. Couldn't do anything with it with Aaron Welsh there for the Quakers. One thing that McGuire has not done for McMurray is put the ball back into play. They left it to Colo this time. Not a whole lot of distance on her kick. And the Quakers able to jump on that very quickly. Here's Lomenzo again. Quakers get it to Beal. Beal looking to her right. Now comes back to the inside, intended for Lomenzo. This one will be centered and kicked high, as that one will go in. Looks like that may have been Lomenzo again. Wasn't hit well by Lomenzo, but just enough to get over Sarah McGuire. And now the Quakers lead this one 4-0. So now the Racers have been
scored by number 14, Chloe Lomenzo. Assist to number 16, Jennifer Doyer.
Doyer gets the assist. And again, it'll be Lomenzo with a goal. I was looking at McGuire, and of course, I think she thought that ball was not going to make it. It wasn't hit real well. In fact, not even the pass was hit very well by Doyer, but nonetheless, still a goal. But boy, you have to think that to hear now a McMurray team, Hernandez hasn't done anything today, and we mentioned Sicaro trying to get going. Now a lot of the McMurray players are kind of in a walking mode as the Quakers will look to do it again. Ball inside the box and hit with the left foot by Beal, but it goes off the net on the left side as McGuire came way outside the post, and she continues to limp. She got a little shaken up in that first half. So now the ball back to midfield. There's Sicaro and Lopez together. Quakers again will put the pressure back on this McMurray defense. Boy, they're a big push by Detter. And the ball comes here to the near side. Quakers getting pushed around a little bit, but still they've stood their ground. Here's Amalady again for the Quakers. Ball taken away, and that looks like that may be Sakaro again. Earlham back now to the near side. There's Harvey. Lopez unable to catch up with it. Well, I mentioned a little bit ago, you look at the body language of Macmurray, and you can tell, again, we talked about that quickness in the first half, but just from a standpoint of body language, they've been now outscored 13-0 over their last two matches. The shot total has been completely lopsided in the two, and they just had nothing going their way. And the Quakers, again, have had their way here today. They just kind of go through this Macmurray defense like a hot knife through butter, and they're about ready to do it again as that one knocked away on the attempt by Beal. And the save again that time by McGuire. But I'll tell you what a look that time by Beal. Maybe got a little bit too close, but the Quakers are going to keep it. And you just look at the way that the Quakers have weaved their way through. The Macmurray defense has been pretty easy here today. That one lifted high in the air, and there's another one, long distance goal. This one by Blackburn. Boy, what a shot by Blackburn. They're going to give Welsh the assist. For Blackburn. Isn't that her second goal of the day? Yeah, that's going to be number 2 now for Blackburn.
That Earlham goal scored by number 17, Jordan Blackburn, her second of the afternoon. Assist to number 2, Aaron Welsh.
So it is now 5-0. So Blackburn, first 2 college goals. She's out of Plymouth, played at Culver Academy in her high school career, and off to a good start here for the Quakers. Well, you have to like the balance now that the Quakers have put together, and you also have to like that they've been able to build some depth here this afternoon as they'll prepare for their matchup against St. Mary of the Woods, which I would imagine will be a little bit of a tougher challenge than what has been here today against Macmurray. Quakers, again, in a possession standpoint, I'll still put it at about 90%. They've just controlled this match from the very beginning. We may have seen, again, depending on the scoring they do, that we have seen one shot so far today, and that was, well, just a little while ago by, I don't remember who that was, if it was Colo or Rowland. I think it was Brittany Rowland who ended up getting the lone shot of the day. But again, the Quakers put it back into the Macmurray zone. You hear the wind starting to pick up a little bit as well. Wind generally here at Matlack Messer Stadium, though we have generally played to the far side, a little bit different now, as again it will come from the west from the majority of the time, but not too bad here today. But we'll see some winds that'll pick up once we get later into the season. They really do affect the play of where that ball will end up, as the Quakers will chase this one down. Quakers may have made a change in goal as well. I don't think that, Stacey is any longer at goal. Is that Stacey? Is that number 1? Haven't seen her all day. Ball goes into McGuire. Is that Stacey? It is number 1. Oh, looks like a number 0. Just over 35 remaining. Ball comes back again to midfield. Quakers 5-0 in this one. They'll look to make it 6 right here, as again almost going completely through that Macmurray defense before The whistle stops play. Cola went down on the turf along with Lomenzo. Here is Sicaro now for McMurray. By the way, I was going to take that back. It was Mason who got that look earlier in the first half as it goes out of bounds here to the near side, and the throw in now for the Racers. Here's Sicaro. Here's Rowland looking to make a move, but there's Lopez able to take that away as again the Quaker defense playing well here in the second half, and a little shoving going on again between Detter and Earlham's Haley Beal. One thing McMurray is trying to do, overcome their lack of quickness, is maybe play a little more physical style here today, but well, the quickness is won out big time here for the Quakers. I think Earlham deserves a little credit. They can play just as physical, apparently, as McMurray can. Quakers bring it back to midfield. Lomenzo again. Doyer here to the near side. Doyer taking a look with the left foot, centering pass in the box, and it is loose as McGuire comes out. And that one hit well and scored. Guess who? Blackburn again. So let's see if who they'll official. I thought it was Blackburn. It may have been Lomenzo. But it looked like it was Blackburn on the goal. And if it is, she'll get the hat trick here today.
That Earlham goal scored by number 17, Jordan Blackburn, her third of the afternoon. Assist number 23, Beal.
They're going to say Haley Beal will get the assist. So Blackburn the hat trick here today for the Quakers, and Earlham in a dominating fashion lead this one 6-0. So now if you're McMurray, been outscored 15-0 in your last two games, and here comes Earlham again. They're almost making this look too easy. Blackburn looking to put this one back to the middle. Intended for Emma Lady. Blackburn again, unselfishly giving it up to Lomenzo. Here's Lady coming near side. And the ball will go out of bounds, and let's see who touched it last. May have been the Quakers. Boy, you like the passing between Lomenzo and Blackburn. Lady was working back to the middle, and then you had Doyer here to the near side. Jennifer Doyer is out of Westchester, Ohio. Boy, this freshman class looks really good for head coach Chad Harden. Here's Beal. Once again, Lomenzo. Nice footwork, nice centering pass. Can they get a look right here? That one is going to be struck and scored. This time it's going to be Aaron Welsh. And looks like Lomenzo gets the assist. So now you're looking at a 7-0 contest. And there's not much you can say about this one right now, just complete domination.
Assist number 14, Chloe Lomenzo.
Mention Lomenzo's been active today. Aaron Welsh, freshman out of Sellersburg, Indiana. Go back again to Blackburn, another freshman. It has been just a game of freshmen, and Haley Beal as well. 10 freshmen on this Earlham roster, and 40% of them have made a huge contribution here today. Others have come in. Mentioned Samantha Sindrowski out of Crown Point. We already talked a little bit about Yana Miller, freshman out of Ohio, also picked up a goal earlier. So you're talking now 6 different freshmen. Boy, you go back to Gallagher. Gallagher defensively, how she's played here today, especially against Sicaro. Sicaro, much bigger player, but Gallagher never backed down a moment. And that's Gallagher right there. Boy, she plays very well defensively. Went up against Mason right there and able to stop her. Who else is on this roster? We haven't seen Zarmina Khan a whole lot today, though she did get some minutes early. Back in the box another time, and that one's going to be scored. And it's a clinic. That may have been Lamonzo again. I think it might be 3 for Lamonzo, too.
That Quaker goal scored by number 14, Chloe Lamonzo.
So Lamonzo gets the goal. Another freshman, as just mentioned. 8-0. We still have 30 minutes to play here in the second half. Quakers have scored now 5 goals in the first 15 minutes of the second half. The Quakers again. Here is Emma Lady. Lady with the left foot looking inside to Beal. Ball knocked away. Lady regains possession. Ball's going to be knocked down, as also going to the turf that time was Colo for McMurray. McMurray a little slow to get up. Again on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Look at that, 8-0. So now the Racers have been outscored 17-0 in their last 2 contests. As that one, Emma Lady took a little shimmy to the back that time by Maggie Doss. Quakers again will be making some more changes. Kelsey Moore will come in. We're getting a look also at Abby Smith coming in. Emma Lady will sit down. Also looks like we'll see Doyer sit down. Well, again, a matchup like this, lopsided as it is, at least for the Quakers, they can again look at depth and work different lineups in. Chad Harden has to be very happy with the way that his team has responded here today after those 2 tough losses. That first one against just an extremely good Ohio Wesleyan team. And then Trine, who remains undefeated after beating the Quakers 1-0 in their last matchup. Here's Moore. Will she take a look? And this one hit high in the air and to the right. This will set them up very well for their matchup against St. Mary of the Woods coming up on Saturday. And we'll have to go back to Coach Harden. He probably can't be happier than what he has witnessed here today. Especially you think about how many freshmen playing this afternoon, and not only in today's game, but the first 2 games. Kind of hard to bring freshmen into your lineup and have them play well, but they have done so here in the first 3 games, including this afternoon. Just over the 27-minute mark remaining. 5 second-half goals now for the Quakers. Yana Miller there for the Quakers. And we will have a corner now for Earlham. A corner kick. It'll be Kelsey Moore who will put it into play for the Quakers. The senior out of Granville, Ohio. Moore will have that wind behind her, lifting it high in the air, and a good corner that time as the Quakers tried to head her inside by Gallagher. This one at long range, and that one goes in. Looked like it may have been Aaron Welsh. And that one unassisted. 9-0 for the Quakers. And what a barrage in the second half by the Quakers. They have now matched the 9 that Milliken put on McMurray in their last game. And the Quakers now doing this with the several players able to come up off the bench and give them valuable minutes, and that will go against the Quakers, a collision. Harvey went down. Also going, that was a Sakaro once again. Sakaro, talked about her throughout the entire match and her physical play here today, as we'll have a free kick. The wall will be set up. We had to talk with Chad Harden. In fact, I had a chance to talk to him a little bit before the matchup here today, as this one lifted high in the air, but there is Stacey there to grab that one. Off the leg of Emily Colo. Here come the Quakers again, but I mentioned Harden thought his team played well in the first two matchups, knowing that the competition that they played. Here come the Quakers again with the left foot. That is going to be Yana Miller. There's a shove inside. I'll tell you what, I'm not so sure that McGuire got shoved by her own teammate. Marissa Carpenter came up from behind McGuire and knocked her to the turf. Ball comes near side. Here's Moore. Quakers can be very patient now as they'll dump it behind. And Magdalena Gallagher, again out of St. Paul, Minnesota, back on that defense. And when you have Gallagher back there, you also have the veteran Emma Hoffman back there. You feel very good about your defense. Harvey's back there as well. Out in that front row, boy, these players are very good. Here's Lamenzo again. I'll tell you what, Lamenzo, very impressive in the way she handles that ball, as Moore off the left side. There's Miller able to take it away. Miller with the left foot. That'll go wide. But what a day here for Lamenzo and Blackburn. Aaron Welsh as well. We had talked with Coach Harden last week. He was very busy this summer. He was recruiting heavily, getting a look at players from all over the country. And you look at the roster. You look up and down, you have Michigan, Nevada, of course out of Indiana and Ohio, Minnesota, even from Austin, Texas, New Mexico, Pennsylvania, Washington, Zimbabwe, and Wisconsin. He has acquired a roster from all over the country and around the world. Coming and revived this program that last year won just one match. And again, they're about ready to break. They will break that streak of 728 days without a home win here this afternoon. There's Armina Khan. We mentioned Khan, another freshman in the first half, and Zindrowski there as well. And that'll go against the Quakers. Back over again to McMurray as we're down to our final 23 minutes. And that'll seem like a long time if you're McMurray, as they have taken a beating now on two straight. Ball comes back to midfield. Quakers right now can play the control game, attack when they can as they get it into the attacking third. Moore looking back to Miller, got by Miller. Ball in the box, and this one hit well, and that one goes in. Well, I tell you what, that was this time Gallagher. Was that Gallagher who got the goal? Abby Smith. Now, Abby Smith, again, that's number 3, Abby Smith, who will get the goal, the senior out of Mount Vernon, Ohio. I'm going to check and see how many different players have scored here. I was looking for our...
That own goal scored by number 3, Abby Smith.
So it'll be Smith.
Assist to number 13, Kelsey Moore.
So Kelsey Moore gets the assist, and again the goal by Abby Smith, and the Quakers now with 10. We were checking to see there's 5 different players now that have scored for the Quakers. 6 different players now. Okay, so it is 6. Steve Sakasitz is the research person for us today, but we had to go to somebody else because he's doing nothing. Quakers have had everybody getting to the act, and we need to find out when the last time was the Quakers have scored 10 goals. All right, so we're going to put Steve Sakasitz on the goal number here for 10. Just over 20 minutes as the Quakers make another change. Looks like we'll see Esther Mono come in. She's number 22. I think the Quakers have just about, if they haven't emptied their bench, they're very close. They might have a couple of more players waiting to get in. Esther Mano is out of Zimbabwe. She is a freshman midfielder as the Quakers again able to put it in play 10-0. As we're again researching the last time that the Earlham women's soccer team have put 10 goals on the board. We have a cracked staff here. I think the one response I got, the best one so far, is how many different players have scored today, and they said a lot. So that was real helpful, guys. Ball played at midfield. A good look at Gallagher. Well, I'll tell you what, fans noticing the physical play by Macmurray. Here's Sakaro lifting that one just over the bar as Stacy reaching high, and that's your best shot of the day right there for Macmurray to try to get that goose egg off the board. But Sakaro's the team's leading scorer, came in with 3 goals. All of those, though, came in that first matchup against Lincoln Christian. All right, we're still checking. We're back to 2009, and we haven't had the 10 goals that have been scored here today, so we're still looking. We went from Steve Sakasitz, who is our research man up until about 30 seconds ago. Now we're to Mitch Blancaspor, the sports information director. And there's another one. That might have been Lamenzo. So if Lamenzo got another one, I believe that's number 4. And now we're going to have to go back even further. All Quakers. I think they're going to say Lamenzo. We're waiting to see who may have gotten the assist. We'll readjust our clock as well. We're down to the 17-minute mark in this one. here is Moore back
That
to.
goal, score number 14, Chloe Lomenzo.
So Lomenzo gets another goal for the Quakers. I still think that the Quakers have emptied their bench, maybe other than 3 players. Still maybe waiting to get in. Here's Macmurray once again, back on the attack. Here again, Sakaro. Sakaro one-on-one and got it in. Well, for the first time today, the Quakers unable to get back in time defensively, and Sakaro, the team's leading scorer, just picked up her 4th goal of the season.
That Macmurray goal, score number 18, Lindy Sakaro.
Earlham giving up their first goal of the afternoon, and again it was Sakaro picking up goal number 4 as we were down to our final 15 minutes. Still a long way to go on this one. I want to mention Laura Dudley is back in for Macmurray. And the Quakers go back to their bench again. We will see Emma Hoffman leave, and Erin Welsh is coming back in now for the Quakers. We haven't seen Raven McCree. Canella Gonzalez may still be over there. Bailey Thompson, I don't remember seeing her. Faith Jacobs, so there may be a few of them still on that bench for the Quakers in this 11-1 rout in this one here today. Gallagher dumps that one behind, and they'll work it to Harvey. Quakers quickly across the midfield stripe. Abby Smith will go deep in the corner. And they'll jockey for position, and it will stay in play. And that one hit high as we now see Canella Gonzalez coming in as she's out of Kenosha, Wisconsin. Gonzalez will wear number 21. I think we have a yellow. Do we have a yellow card here? We've got a yellow whistle. Nope, nothing, just a yellow whistle. Here we go. So the Racers will put it into play. Running clock, understand when the goals get 10 and above. So we are in a running clock. So we apologize. We have stopped it a couple of times when a goal has been scored, but they'll keep it rolling here with the distance we're looking at in the score of 11-1. So let's see here. All right, the game-by-game stats go back to 2004. This from our sports information director, Mitch Blancaspor. Here are your biggest margins of victory. We'll go back to 2008. 8-0 over Spalding. Also in 2008, the Quakers had an 8-0 win over Franklin, and then in 2005, an 8-1 win at Franklin. So the 11 right now sets as the most goals scored by an Earlham women's soccer team. And they've done it by 3, so they've simply smashed that record to this point. Quakers unable to keep this attack going. And the Quakers work it back again to midfield. Here's Zindrowski. Boy, even the players that have come in as substitutes here today. They have played well. I'm going to mention that is Esther Mano there, the freshman out of Zimbabwe for the Quakers. Well, this team again will be back here Saturday. Get a chance, come on out, watch the Quakers as they take on St. Mary of the Woods at 1. Want to make sure you check out the latest Earlham sports news on the very good and excellent Earlham website, goearlham.com. Mitch has put together a great staff. They've taken pictures, and of course we'll have all the roster information, the schedules, and much, much more again on goearlham.com, not just for the Earlham soccer teams, but all the different sports being played here at Earlham College. And you'll get previews on all the matchups as well, including the big weekend ahead. We have, again, volleyball, soccer, field hockey coming up on Saturday and Sunday. The football team will be back in action as well, trying to pick up a win on the road. And Mitch has a preview of that game as well. Quakers play this one as they get it again into the attacking third. Ball cleared out of there by McMurray. Able to run that one down will be Gallagher. Gallagher again out of St. Paul, Minnesota, played at St. Paul Academy. And the clock down to its final 10 minutes. Quakers got 3 in the first half and then went on a scoring barrage. They scored 6 goals quickly. Might be the fastest 6 goals. I don't know if that record is being kept in anybody's record book, but I would imagine that it would be the fastest 6 goals scored in the second half in Earlham soccer history, because it was just about as fast as you could imagine. Quakers work it back again to Zindrowski here at midfield, and she'll lift that one high in the air. And the Quakers back again just outside the box. And that'll go out of play. Colo's there for McMurray. She was battling with Esther Mano there. By the way, McMurray will see where they've got. I have no idea where they might be next. Boy, they've got a lot of regrouping to do. They've got to go to Rockford in 3 days. And then they'll be back home against Hendricks on September 15th. But now they've given up 20 goals in 2 games. You're talking about 22 in the first 3 contests. Looks like we have another change now for the Quakers. Looks like Harvey has come out of the lineup. And checking in for Earlham will be Faith Jacobs out of Austin, Texas. She is a senior. So Jacobs will see her first action of the afternoon, again with just over 8 minutes remaining. We mentioned the standings in the first half. That was early in our pregame, and Transylvania off to an undefeated start. They're 2-0. Hanover and Mount St. Joe both at 2-1. Anderson is 1-0, just one match so far, with Defiance at 1-1. The Quakers win here today. They'll move to 1-2. And we have another goal on the board. And looks like that may be scored by Yana Miller. That's good. I think it's going to be her second of the day. And Earlham continues to put it to McMurray here today.
Scored by number 15, Yana Miller. Assist to number 21, Canela Gonzalez.
So Canela Gonzalez will get the assist, and again it'll be the goal by Yana Miller. That's number 2. She scored a goal in the first half. 12-1. With the 8 goals scored and the margin of victory As Mitch had supplied us the information a few moments ago, that one is shattered big time now. You're talking about 4 more goals than any other match so far that we have been able to research. Boy, this will give Earlham a lot of momentum going into their matchup on Saturday and maybe open up a few eyes as well, though I know Macmurray, not a very strong team overall just because of the quickness factor. They've been a big physical team, but they just aren't quick enough to keep up with the Quakers here today. And Earlham back on the attack again. Will they get another one before this one is over? Sliding out will be McGuire. As she slid right underneath Canela Gonzalez to get that one. I think the official's going to check out a player. He is a little shaken up here on the near side. Make sure she is okay. That looks like Laura Dudley. We talked about Dudley earlier, and they may make a change. So they're going to let the subs come in, and back into the lineup will be Sakaro for McMurray. And the Quakers will bring Yana Miller out. 2 goals for Miller, so she'll sit down. And we'll see Bailey Thompson come in. Thompson is a sophomore out of Athens, Ohio. And so Thompson will wear number 12 and play on that front row for the Quakers here in the final 5 minutes of this one. Here's Sakaro. Sakaro may look to take it herself. She has the lone goal for McMurray. Looks for her teammate on the left, and that went long. And the ball will go deep in the corner, and there's a one-on-one battle there, and there is Esther Mono there for the Quakers. Point a little shove again by Rowland, and they may have gotten Rowland being a little bit too aggressive. Let's wait and see what they're going to call as the. Looks like we may have a kick here, and it will be by Rowland, Brittany Rowland now for McMurray. It's not a corner, it's a free kick right here. Quakers able to defend it well as Zarmina Khan able to take that one away as we'll go to midfield and once again return to Khan. Quakers another takeaway. If we're done with this one, we'll try to get you some final numbers. Once the stats come out, we'll hang on for a little post game and want to get those numbers to you because it will be some very lopsided numbers here today, not only just from the scoreboard, but the amount of shots put on goal. And Quakers, again, have just had a great performance by several different players. And I think everybody's got into the act here today in some way, shape, or form. Coming up on that 3-minute mark, Earlham can put this little monkey, get that off their back, and again, their first win here at home. I know Coach Harden looked back 728 days since they won here at home. Here's Kelsey Moore. Gallagher back to Moore, and they'll work it to the inside as Abby Smith stays in. The ball cleared back out here to the near sideline and will come out of bounds. Looks like Gallagher will have a throw-in. If it is Gallagher here to the near side, they will let Gallagher have the throw-in, and she'll be looking for Jacobs. Sakaro here to the near side, and everywhere Sakaro has been other than the one breakaway she got and got the goal, Gallagher has been there most of the time for the Quakers on defense. That ball is cleared deep in the corner, and there's a collision between Sakaro. She goes down. Zindrowski went down as well. Both of those players able to get up and continue playing here late in this one. As the Quakers get it back out, that's Moore. Jacobs here at midfield. Quakers can run this thing out now with about 2 minutes remaining in this one. It's been a long afternoon for McMurray, but for head coach Chad Harden, And he couldn't be happier with his team's performance on both ends of the field. Here's Moore looking back to the middle. Will they take another look here? That is Thompson. And the Quakers will bring it back out, and they know they, of course, don't need to score again. Just go ahead and play control soccer right here, run out the clock, and get ready for Saturday. Remind you, it was only 3-0 at halftime, and they've scored 9 goals here in the second half. That one lifted high in the air. Coming out will be McGuire to scoop that one up. And we're down a minute, just over a minute 20 to go. Yeah, don't forget, doubleheader Saturday here at Messer Matlack beginning at 1. It'll be a 1 and 3:30 start time for both the men and the women. Brian Cox will be here for the play-by-play of both of those contests. We'll have field hockey on Saturday and volleyball as well, both Saturday and Sunday. So we have a busy weekend of Earlham athletics, and always check out GoEarlham.com for all the times and the previews of those games coming up. Final few possessions right here, this one, and it'll go into the books for the Quakers in a win, their first win of 2017, and nothing I would imagine Coach Harden can complain about this one. Here's Moore, lifting that one toward McGuire, able to knock it down, and that probably is the last possession for the Quakers. At least it appears it could be. Let's see, McGuire will go ahead and put this one in play, and we can put a final on this one here this afternoon.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
There you
5,
hear the
4,
countdown in this
3,
one.
2, 1.
And let's put it in the books. Your final score and your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard: Earlham 12, Macmurray 1. We will come back with a quick postgame in just a couple of moments. Try to get you some final numbers on this one. This has been Earlham Women's Soccer right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Hey, one of final time here at Matlack Messer Stadium. Quakers win at 12-1. Here are the final numbers. How about Earlham? 42-3 in the shots in this one. Earlham had 5 corners. Macmurray with 1 corner and 15 saves by Macmurray. Earlham with 1. 7 fouls by Earlham and 5 by Macmurray. Here's how the scoring for the Quakers went. Chloe Lomenzo had the hat trick with 3. Jordan Blackburn also with 3. Yana Miller with 2 goals here today. Erin Welsh with a goal. Emma Lady had a goal, as did Abby Smith. Quakers finished also with 9 assists on the day. Erin Welsh had 3 of those assists. Doyer also had 2 assists on the day. Gonzalez an assist, and Kelsey Moore, as well as Hannah Beal, all with assists. Lomenzo again assists. So just an all-around game here for the Quakers here today. Stacey had the one goal given up. That was scored by Lindy Sicaro in the second half, but it was all Quakers here today by a final, again, of 12-1. Quakers back on Saturday. Again, it's a 1 o'clock start time as they will take on St. Mary of the Woods. We'll be on the air at about 12:45. Brian Cox will have the call. He have a men's and women's doubleheader, as the men will play at 3:30, the women again at 1. Final score once again from Matlack Messer Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College. Quakers 12, Macmurray 1. This has been Earlham Women's Soccer right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.